Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. This was a classic game that I played on Province, and it was just amazing the way it ended, or the way it was going actually up until the end. There was 3 of us with headsets, but it got down to the end where the 2 of us that were left alive were the only ones using the headsets, and it was really great. And this is a classic example of headsets win games, or at the very least they put you in position to win games. You know, sometimes you're going to have to catch a break. You know, you're still going to have to play well, of course, but you've got to know what to do. Now here, as always, I'm working on shots of opportunity. And in artillery, you just never know what's going to happen. But you have to be aware when you're having shots of opportunity, you've got to try and take the best shot available. You know, don't get greedy. That was a great kill right there. You know, get the ones you know you can get if you don't know for sure what to do. So here there were guys on the ramp right there, and those were our shooters. Like 3 guys over there as they were coming up the ramp up to like Charlie 2 and Bravo 2. I lost the spot on those guys, and I shot in the area estimating where they might be. But I see these guys lit up, so this is what I'm going back to until I see some other evidence that something else is going on. Another one bites the dust, baby. Now this game goes almost to the very end, because I mean this game is close. You can't get any closer than this. Here I got 3 guys on the right side in the upper level, and so I want to try and get whichever guys are just the most gettable target. So we like to, you know, choose the guys that are slowest. If you have a choice, you know, a slow wide target is much better to shoot at versus one that's moving faster and, you know, and or isn't as wide. So you have to make judgment calls all the time. So here we're waiting again. It was really funny. I was talking to that one guy and telling him, man, you know, at this point I've killed 5 guys. I go, I'm playing like Michael Jordan and my team is losing. Which is ridiculous. I mean, I've killed 5 guys and we're losing. It's just wrong. But our team was just not good. There's another kill. Now I brought us back to even. All that work. I've killed 7 guys and we're even 5 versus 5. Now that guy there, the trap is to go down and try to match him. I told the guys, don't go down there. Let this guy crest the hill to us if you want to. If you go down there, you're risking being butchered by their snipers on the other side. And that's a huge trap. The smart guy recognizes and avoids that trap. And see, we lost a guy because he was dumb. That guy's still alive. They didn't get it. Now me, I'm working on the upper level because that's where their snipers are going to be. Now their artillery, I haven't seen him in the entire game yet. because he's over there approximately, Charlie 8 in that area. That's a guess. I don't actually know. We could find out. Let's go look for him. There he is. He's in the Alpha 8. That was pretty close. So that's what I kind of figured he was in that northeast corner, sorry. Because I don't see him in the game until a little bit later. I'm working on this southeast corner, Juliet 8, Juliet 9, that area. Tag again, baby. That is number 8. 3 guys left. So 3 on 3, we're hanging in there. But it was like myself, Rentable, what is it? Lotus. Yeah, that's his name. He's got a headset, so he's still alive. And he hangs out. He's the last guy to die on my team, which is good. Because since he's the last guy to die on my team, when you see him die, you'll know that's a great statement, because when he dies, I'm still alive. So I don't say that, willy-nilly. I know the result. And the result that I know is that if he's the last guy to die on the team and I don't die, well, then we win. All right, the question here is to move to a position to potentially take advantage of the spotting. Because what they have is artillery, a T-127, and an IKV-72 sniper. The sniper on their team is the most dangerous guy in this match right now, because he has the ability to spot, shoot, and kill in the shortest amount of time. That's why he's the most dangerous guy. Just on physical attributes. And there he is. I'm like, oh, baby, thank you. So let's go find Lotus is right there. He spotted him. Now he made a mistake and charged him. That I would not have done. Once you spot him, you just got to hold off and let the artillery take care of his business. And that's the reason why. He got too greedy. So this is a classic lesson. When you're playing with an ace artillery, and he knew I was an ace, he'd already seen me get kill after kill. All right, I have 9 kills at this moment when I killed that sniper. It wasn't horrible that he died, but he didn't need to die. He had spotted that guy. He just needed to back off, stay behind the rock, let me work. And if I don't kill him, he's going to need to be alive. So that was a judgment error on his part. But when I killed the sniper, the balance of power switched back to my team. Because look, you have me, I'm an ace artillery. You have a robot who's terrible, but he's got good armor. Then you have that damaged T-127 and the artillery. Now the artillery is a guy that I know. He's actually a subscriber, and he is a good player. Anything is possible. You got to be careful, because as a good player, he has the ability to win the game, which, I don't want that to happen. But objectively speaking, the experience factor is in my favor. But in the game, that might be the case with the advanced experience. And my choice here was to kill the 127, because if I could kill the 127, he's the more mobile and more dangerous to my artillery. If I can kill the 127, then artillery versus artillery, my experience is better. So it shades the advantage in my favor. Now, lucky shot can change anything. It's not a guarantee of victory, but it's the higher likelihood that I'll beat an artillery one-on-one than a 127 one-on-one. Unless the 127 is substantially inferior. That was the one problem. I don't know that guy. But he has a better chance because he's faster moving. Artilleries are slow moving, and that's the key. There you go. Now I put this right on him. This is the game, fudging the results. I put it right on him, and it doesn't miss him anywhere except here. Artillery, that guy was close, man. And, well, I mean, I told you he's a good player. So, I'm not surprised. I'm treating him as if, he is a king of artillery. I don't want to underestimate him. I want to assume he's just laser deadly, and so I want to stay away from, open shots as long as possible. The problem I have is that every time this guy shows his face, the artillery is going to get a spot on him. And that's what makes this so difficult. Now that was just a miracle shot in my favor. And here, the artillery, I don't know where he is. I'm just trying to juke him to the best of my ability and hope that he doesn't nail me. But it's just not easy. Now in the game, I'm not looking here. I don't know. I have, Rentable Lotus. He was here telling me where that guy was located. I was lucky to dodge the bullets, essentially. He had a good chance. But, lucky for me, he couldn't cash. I cashed a quasi-magical shot there on that 127. So here it's a waiting game. And that's fine. I'm highly experienced as artillery, and I'm not worried about waiting. And if this guy has any damage at all, I have the advantage. If the time runs out, I win on health points. Just that simple. You got to know how to win the game. So that's what I'm perfectly willing. I was doing that shot to see if that was where, Lotus said that guy was at, but that wasn't the case. I don't even know how he got down there, because I never saw it. So here is real simple. I'm just pulling back where he can't drill me unless he just literally gets a lottery jackpot type of luck result. The advantage in artillery versus artillery is the high ground guy has the advantage. Oh baby, I'm on this guy like white on rice. Tagged him. Now he's in real trouble. But he tagged me too, that jerk. But then I killed him on the revenge shot, so dodged a bullet, no pun intended. Man, I'm telling you, that game was close. It felt closer when I was in the actual game and the actual pressure was on me. When I'm looking at it here doing the video, I mean, it looked a lot easier than I thought it was. Because I was concentrating fully on doing the things I needed to do, or that I thought I needed to do to stay alive, which worked because I stayed alive. So the thing is, Rentable Lotus. He did a great job of helping me. With the only mistake he made was charging those two guys, because that charging was unnecessary. So everything else he did was, he did a great job. When he spotted the sniper and I killed him, I told him, that's great. That's what I needed. And I didn't need more than that. But if we could have gotten more than that, that would have been, ideal. But he ended up dying. So, I knew I could take those two guys potentially. It was possible within reason. And, well, of course, that's exactly what happened. But it was clearly not easy. So here we are in my MVP Sexton end of game menu. As you can see, I made a ton of silver, 66,000. That's because the Sexton has an 81% silver bonus. My commander got real close in that match, and I'm just a few games away from getting my 6th skill on that. Now, I talked to the other artillery after the game because he's a subscriber and we have sent messages before, so I, asked him how many skills did he have on his commander. He told me he had 7, I told him that was great because I only have 5. And I was close to number 6 because I used this as a commander builder. So, that was just interesting because I was curious if he had the binoculars for better targeting of, me, and he did not have that. So we had, equal vision. Pardon me. As you saw the game, of course, 11 kills, 2,100 damage is monster. And that 10,000 points helped my commander tremendously. Work towards a 6th skill, which I've already gotten, actually, after that game. So here, Top Guns kill 6 or more. Bruiser knock out enemy crew and or modules. Gore's medal score 2,000 plus points, 4 times your hit points. That's a hard medal to get. Not impossible, but difficult. High caliber do the most damage, and of course first class. So as you saw here, I was MVP. Rentable Lotus was 2nd overall. Now, when you look at it, normally you don't see guys getting 2nd place overall with 2 kills and 900-ish damage. But that's because when one guy goes ape and kills 11, you suck up a lot of the opportunities for other players to surpass what doesn't look like an impressive number, but is, clearly 2nd best, in the game. And that 127 guy did a real good job there. Again, 4 kills on his team with 900 damage. Solid game. So, it was, not a shocker that I was 1, he was 2, and the T127 was 3 overall. It was a great game. Now, the artillery, like I said, he's a subscriber, and I told him, it's going to be really interesting, to make this video, because when I was going up against him, I'm like, dude, I know who that is, okay? And I don't know, how it's going to come out, but I know I'm going to get a good video at the very end, because either it was going to be I kill him and get 11 kills, or I don't kill him and I get 10 kills, or I don't kill him and then he kills me. So there's 3 different possibilities, and all of those make for a good video. Win, lose, or draw. So I was like, to me, as a video guy, it was a no-lose scenario. Now, we're going head-to-head. It's like, he's a good player. He knows I'm a good player, obviously. I'm an artillery specialist, so he really knows that. So I thought he did a great job. In general, his tenacity was quite good. And that was really helpful, for his team. They had a 2-on-1 advantage, but when you're not an artillery specialist yet, I know he's making good progress and getting better in artillery. He played a great game. You cannot look at the game that was played and go, well, he didn't play very good. No, he did play good. Sometimes you play well, then the other guy just plays better / miraculous. You saw that T-127 shot. That was a miraculous shot. So I'll admit to that. Okay. The ones I shot him at the very end, now that one was slightly better for me because I, as an artillery specialist, I put myself in the best position I could be in at the very end of the game. He played a good game, got in a winnable position potentially if things go his way, but it's a little bit tougher when you're down on the flat ground versus an artillery that's elevated. The elevated artillery has the advantage, and that's the key. So the thing about the result there is, like I said, he's a very good player. He's been on opposite teams where his team has won over mine, and vice versa. It's not a question of, it's not a personal kind of a deal. It's like we're just talking about this one good player against another good player. When you have two good players head to head, one good player is going to have to lose. Now the thing is, he'll know through watching this video how he could have possibly done better. And at the very end, I don't think he's going to get in that kind of position again because he is going to have learned from this video that my position at the end was I had the advantage versus him. But again, you've got to be able to make the shot. You can have the position advantage all day, but if you don't make the shot, that's how you get killed. And that was close. You saw he drilled the heck out of me at that last shot too. So, dude, it was literally this much between my winning and his winning. It was close. So you can't argue with that. From his perspective, hey, he goes head to head with me. He got within this much of killing me. That means you're playing great, dude. I'm sorry. That's just what it means. So there's no shame here. If a guy plays great and beats you, you're like, dude, that was a great shot. What can I say? Vice versa. Make the guy play well to beat you. Don't be a bum. That's the thing. He did everything you'd want to do, got down to the end one-on-one, made me play great to beat him. I didn't play average. I played great to beat him. Hey, that's it, man. That was fantastic. So, congratulations, dude. You played a great game. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and learned on the positioning there. Don't do that again, okay? But where else are you going to learn that except here? Okay, so back in the garage. A freaking great game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was really great. A lot of fun for me. It was a nail biter. It was close. And that's the best compliment you could say, that you had a very close game and were right there within this much of winning. So congrats to you. We played great. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something, artillery players, and then, light tank players, from the very end where I told you about not charging the guys because he had done a great job. All I needed him to do was spot it. He spotted them and then got a little greedy. The best thing to do, be reserved. Let your artillery go to work. Let me tell you one of the rules. When you have a good artillery player, if you give him time, he will give you dead bodies. I gave 11 in this game, okay? And so that guy jumped the gun and got a little antsy, and that's what cost him, and it's what got him killed. If he's alive at the end, 2-on-2, after I killed that sniper, if he stays alive longer, we probably win that game much easier. But, that's okay. You got to live and learn. I wasn't born this good at artillery. This was a lot of skill in the making. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Check out my other videos. I got a lot of Halloween stuff that you can check out. And I'm always working on new videos when I have great games that have interesting stories or actions to show you like this one. So that's pretty much it. Look forward to seeing you guys again in another video. Remember, in a couple of weeks we're going to have a Halloween, so that's going to be fantastic. Look forward to seeing you guys then, and as always, like and subscribe.